Some mornings feel like any other. You wake up, stretch a little, maybe glance out the window. Everything seems fine. But inside, something quiet might already be unfolding long before breakfast. Your blood is thicker than it should be. Your brain, just waking, isn't getting quite enough oxygen. And your heart, it's pushing harder than it needs to, just to get you going. You haven't done anything wrong. You've simply done what you've always done, reached for that first drink. Maybe it's a glass of juice, maybe a diet soda, or maybe nothing at all. But what if that quiet moment, that sip, or that silence has more power than you think? What if your morning routine, so familiar and ordinary, is slowly shifting the odds against your brain and heart? Today, we're going to walk through 5 common morning drinks, some you know well, some that hide behind healthy labels that may quietly increase your risk of stroke after 60. You'll learn what to avoid, what to embrace, and the small change that could protect your independence for years to come. And don't worry, this isn't about fear. It's about clarity, about knowing what serves you and what doesn't. Because sometimes, one small shift in the morning can help you feel more alive the whole day. So, before you take that first sip tomorrow, stay with me. One of these drinks might be more important than you ever realized. It's such a simple thing. You wake up, and the day begins. Maybe it's a cup of coffee. Maybe just the morning light through the window. But for many older adults, there's one quiet habit that gets skipped without a second thought: a glass of water. After a full night's rest, your body is thirsty even if you don't feel it. The blood becomes thicker, the vessels a little tighter, the brain a little slower to rise. And yet, so many of us, especially after 60, have trained ourselves to ignore that thirst. We wake, we move, we go, but we forget to refill what's been gently draining all night. George, 67, was like that. Didn't think much about water in the morning. He'd grab his usual coffee and get on with his day. Until one morning, he blanked on his neighbor's name, someone he saw almost every day. Later, his doctor told him he'd had a small, silent stroke, and that one of the quiet causes might have been the simplest dehydration after sleep. Here's the truth: skipping water doesn't feel dangerous. It doesn't feel like anything. But for your heart, your brain, and your circulation, it matters more than you know. Just one glass of room temperature water before anything else helps thin the blood, clear the head, and give your entire system a soft, steady start. It's not flashy. It's not trendy. But it's powerful. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee or the news or the to-do list, reach for water. It's the easiest thing you can do to protect your independence starting now. And while forgetting water feels harmless, the next drink on our list is sneakier. It looks healthy. It even says 100% juice. But what's inside may not be what your body needs. It says 100% juice. The label is bright, the color inviting. For years, fruit juice has felt like the healthier choice, especially for those of us trying to get more vitamins or start the day right. But here's something many don't realize: once fruit is bottled, boxed, and stripped of its fiber, it changes. Without the fiber that slows things down, the natural sugars in juice rush straight into your bloodstream. And when that happens on an empty stomach, especially in an older body, it can cause a sharp spike in blood sugar, followed by pressure on the arteries, then a fast drop. Not dangerous just once, but day after day, it adds up. The body craves balance. But packaged juices, even the natural ones, often create chaos. They stress your vessels. They tighten circulation. And for some, they quietly raise the risk of stroke over time. There's a better way. If you enjoy something fruity in the morning, try blending whole fruits with water or almond milk. Add a spoon of chia seeds or a handful of berries. The fiber stays in, the sugar slows down, and your brain, your heart, get the steady energy they truly need. This isn't about giving things up. It's about choosing what actually works for you now. Because at this age, we don't just want energy. We want sustainable clarity, the kind that lasts through the morning and doesn't leave you feeling shaky or drained by noon. Next up is a drink that promises exactly that focus. Energy, no sugar at all. But is zero sugar really zero risk? Let's find out. For many older adults, switching to diet soda felt like a smart move. No sugar, no calories, no guilt. But what if that clear-looking can was clouding more than it was clearing? Artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose don't just pass through the body unnoticed. They send mixed messages to your brain, to your gut, to your metabolism. The sweetness without the sugar still triggers responses in the body, including insulin spikes, shifts in blood pressure, and disruptions in hydration. And that matters more after 60 C. Because as we age, our blood vessels become more sensitive. Our hearts work a little harder. And every bit of confusion inside the system can carry bigger consequences. Even more quietly, these drinks dry you out. They act as diuretics, pulling water from your body rather than replenishing it. Dehydration thickens the blood, stresses circulation, and increases the risk of clot formation, especially in the brain. So what feels like nothing, just a fizzy, sweet drink with no sugar, might actually be adding friction to your system, not relief. If you enjoy the fizz, try sparkling water with lemon or cucumber, or a splash of unsweetened cranberry. You get the refreshment, the habit, the pleasure without the confusion. Because what we drink should nourish us, not trick us. And while diet drinks wear the mask of better, the next beverage is bolder, creamy, sweet, and oh so familiar. But it might be comforting you on the outside, while constricting your arteries on the inside. It's one of those small pleasures. A chilled coffee on a warm morning, maybe a swirl of caramel, maybe just cream and ice. It wakes you up, feels familiar, even a little indulgent. But in an older body, that comfort can come with a cost. Sweetened iced coffee combines three things that your circulation doesn't love: caffeine, sugar, and often sodium. Together, they can spike your blood pressure, constrict your vessels, and thicken your blood right at the very start of your day. The caffeine speeds things up. The sugar causes a glucose surge. And the sodium, often hidden in flavored creamers or syrups, adds tension your heart didn't ask for. It doesn't happen all at once. That's the tricky part. It feels fine. Until one day, it doesn't. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up the ritual. You can still enjoy iced coffee, just differently. Make it at home with unsweetened cold brew. Add almond milk, a sprinkle of cinnamon, a dash of cocoa. Still satisfying, still yours, but kinder to your body. Because aging doesn't mean giving up what we enjoy. It means learning how to enjoy it in ways that support who we are now. And if coffee surprises you, wait until you see what's next. A drink designed for athletes that may be quietly overwhelming your heart. They say energy. They promise hydration, performance, endurance. But for those of us past 60, what these drinks often deliver is strain. Energy drinks and even some sports drinks weren't made for aging hearts. They're packed with stimulants like caffeine, guarana, and taurine. Combined with sugars or artificial sweeteners, they create an artificial surge that doesn't match the natural rhythm of an older body. Instead of lifting you up, they can overstimulate your heart, raise your blood pressure, disrupt your heartbeat, and ironically, leave you more dehydrated than before you drank them. Even electrolyte drinks, the ones that sound safe, may contain high amounts of sodium and food dyes elements that quietly tighten blood vessels and burden your kidneys. Michael, 73, started drinking a sports water after his morning walks. He thought it would help him recover, but after weeks of dizziness and fatigue, tests showed an electrolyte imbalance. His potassium was dangerously low. The culprit wasn't age. It was the drink. Sometimes our bodies aren't asking for more stimulation. They're asking for balance. Instead of reaching for a can that promises too much, try a cup of warm lemon water with a pinch of Himalayan salt, or herbal tea, or simply plain water. Your system doesn't need speed. It needs steadiness. And when we choose calm over chaos, something beautiful happens. We begin to feel more connected to our energy, our clarity, our breath. Let's take a final moment to bring everything we've learned together. Our mornings are full of small choices. What we reach for, what we sip, and while they may seem simple, those choices carry weight, especially with time. We've seen how skipping water or choosing the wrong drink can slowly shape how our brain functions, how our heart works, and how our body feels. Not in dramatic ways, but in quiet ones. And sometimes it's those quiet patterns that speak the loudest. But here's what matters. None of this is about regret. It's about noticing. Because once we notice, we can choose again. More gently, more wisely, more in tune with what our body really needs. So tomorrow morning, pause just a little longer. Reach for what nourishes, what calms, what supports. Because even one small change, one glass of water, one better choice can begin a new chapter. What surprised you most today? Leave us a comment. Let us know what you'll be changing or keeping in your morning. And if someone you love starts their day with one of these drinks, consider sending them this video. It might help more than you know. Your next sip might be the first step toward a steadier heart, a clearer mind, and a more peaceful day. We'll be here when you need us again.